Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Zuki Swa, who's also known as Zuki T. Please do allow me to reintroduce myself to you. Today I'm doing a vlog. It's a Friday. It's on the 5th of January, um, 2024 in Cape Town. Um, I've just come back from work. I had some little things to do, and then I came back, washed, and now I'm just relaxing. Again, it's a little bit noisy outside. People are enjoying themselves, as they should. People are supposed to be enjoying their lives. Uh, but I'm working tomorrow, so I do not feel like doing that at all. So I just wanted to take a moment and just relax and just enjoy myself indoors or relax. Uh, Not to be in my thoughts too much, but just to relax and enjoy myself and be all by myself. I love being all by myself. I don't want to lie. I love my space. I love the quietness that I get when I'm all alone. I don't like to go out much often. Most of the time, if you see me on my vlogs, I'm with my family. That's when I'll get the time to enjoy myself with my family. But on some other days, I just want to be cooped up inside the room, close everything off, shut off the noise, shut off everything, and just be by myself. I think the reason why I do that sometimes it's just to distress, just to be in my thoughts. Try to think what is the next step. Anna, what is it that I want to do with my life? The reason why I'm having these tough questions, I hope my kids do not disturb me. I really hope my kids do not disturb me. But they are, and they are just being kids. I hope they don't. I think the reason why I love my quiet time, it's because that's when I zen. This is like me zenning. The Diary of Zuki Swatembani is really going to be an interesting diary of my life. I feel like something that I've always done when I was young, when I felt overwhelmed at home. I mean, we were four daughters at home. And as I've said previously, that my childhood life was never that. I didn't have a wonderful childhood life. I struggled with a lot of things when I was young. I had lots of questions that I needed to be answered, and I felt like no one was answering those questions, and that made me so angry when I grew up. I held on to a resentment of anger because when I was young, I grew up amongst like stepmothers, and I felt like the black sheep of the family when I grew up. The reason why I felt like a black sheep of the family is because of the anger that they had towards me. I didn't know what I was like doing wrong. It's like everyone was ganging up on me. It's like almost everyone was ganging up on me, and I couldn't protect myself, and there was no one who could protect me. I know it's such a sad story to be a child, and you just want to be loved. You want to, a peaceful home, a peaceful home to come to, but there's no peace in that house. There was never peace in that house. And I think that's why most of the time I like being all by myself, because I just want to I just want my own space, to have my own space, a quiet time, and be all by myself. Um, the reason why there was no peace in that house, we used to wake up very early in the morning and go to school. Remember, I had mentioned that my mom got sick when we were very young. I'm sorry for the noise again. So my mom got sick when we were very young, and I know now I'm gonna open up a lot of wounds, old wounds that I had masked, but I feel like I need to open this page up. As much as this information can really hurt my kids, but I hope they do understand as to why I am this type of mother to them. It does not make it right to be a tough mom to your kids because you just want to be a gentle mother to them. But the circumstances of how I grew up made it so impossible for me to be that mother. I've tried my level best to be the best mother I can, which I know I feel like I somehow failed. But I hope maybe they can just go back and understand as to how this woman, how did she manage to do this, to be strong, to be confident, while the circumstances of how I grew up were very tough and yeah and hard. I had mentioned that we used to live with my father. My father had girlfriends, had stepmothers, made stepmothers for us by force, forcing us to be into those situations. I love my father very much, please. And I have made peace with a lot of mistakes that he had made. And I hope that maybe he, I think he reflected also before he passed away on how he was to us, because he did try to make a lot of changes in his life. But I think that somehow the damage was done. The damage was already done. He didn't know. He didn't know anything. He didn't know better. Okay, let me go back to the story about the how I grew up. So I grew up in a small town called Utnik. I'm gonna name that town. I'm gonna shame it. I'm gonna shame my town. It's a small community where I grew up in Utnik. Everyone knows everyone there, and everyone knows everyone's story. So when I grew up in that town, everyone knew our story. I felt like everyone knew our story because people were talking about us, but we were so young, we didn't understand anything. So when my mom got sick, we struggled a lot. But at that time, I didn't feel it. I think the one who felt it the most was my older sister because she had to be a mother to us. I was just riding along with her, trying to help where I can. I feel at peace talking about the story. I don't know why. I'm gonna continue. So when we were growing up, my dad used to have a girlfriend. Oh, To everyone, she was so wonderful. Oh my God, everyone speak so highly about her. Oh, she's gonna be the next mother. Oh, she's gonna be the next mother. Oh, she's treating these kids very well. Oh, look at them. Oh, we were suffering inside. We were suffering in silence. We were suffering in a room, and there was four of us just looking at each other. That's how we grew up. My father was very again strict. We couldn't go out. He wouldn't allow us to go out and play with other kids. So we practically didn't have a life. So our lives just revolved around the house. If we're not outside, we're inside. If we're not inside, we're cleaning. If we're not cleaning, we we were working. We were working very hard. And our stoop was so big. I think when I go home, I'll paint a picture for you. I'll just show you how big that stoop my mother built. My mother loved beautiful things, but I think that even though she loved beautiful things, the same beautiful things that she loved the most were a torture to us. So what we would normally do when I get back from school, I I wouldn't start my day by going to eat. No, we were never raised that way. We needed to work. That's that was what my father's girlfriend at the time would tell us to do, and she was very strict. She used to beat the hell out of us, and she used to beat the hell out of me. Um, at that moment, I don't want to lie, there was this red stoop my mother used to have. So the girlfriend would be at home with her friends. They will, make food, make dishes, make a pile, a whole lot of dishes. Who's gonna clean after that mess? We were, while we were still hungry, and we were never given any cash when we went to school. We were just given what? Nothing. We would just have to eat the feeding scheme that the government at that time um, had for us. That's what we survived on. The first thing you would normally do when you come back, I have to come back from school. It's either one of us chooses the chore. It's either you choose to get inside the house and do the whole house, or you start it. That stoop. I'm gonna show you that stoop when I go home. And then we would have to wash it, polish it, make sure it shines. And we must make sure by the time my father gets back at work, it would be like 4 to 5 o'clock. That stoop is done. The house is clean. Yeah, we were kids. That's what we are told. We must make sure that we obey our parents and do whatever it is that we need. They are told at home to do. But for a small child, I don't think that was fair. Even though she made us strong women, but I don't feel like that was still fair. I have a lot of resentment of how I grew up. That's why I'm saying that the diary is a diary of opening up old wounds. It's part of my healing journey. It's things that I need to let go before I move myself into another direction. And in order for me to move forward, I need to self reflect and go back and open that. Remember, I said that I was the black sheep of the family. Everyone was very tough on me. Everyone was like hard on me. Someone opened it's probably a child. That's fine. Just imagine a child growing up that harsh environment. And if you didn't do what you were told, you shouldn't question anything. You will get the beating of your life. My father would sit at the couch and listen to us cry, or listen to me crying, crying for my life, and he wouldn't do anything. He really wouldn't do anything about it. He would just sit and listen to us crying like that. And I wondered sometimes, how could he sit like that and watch us being treated like this by this woman, so called lover of him? The harsh realities of how I grew up did really scarred me. I had scars, but I had confidence in me. I don't know how. One, remember, I felt like I was never beautiful, but I had the most confidence. I don't know what made me have confidence in my life. In order for me to cope with the pain of dealing with the way that we were living, I would close myself off, study books. I would read books. I would even read my sister's book. I would help my sister with her homework. I used to be a good drawer. I used to draw just to get away from everything. So I used to do a lot of things just to distract myself from the situation and the harsh realities of how I was living. And really, at that time, I hope this diary does heal some of our kids. I hope it heals them inside and gives them hope, and you know, they get inspired. They get inspired to go out there and do things, step out of their comfort zone, and put themselves in places that they never thought that they would, and not be afraid, not be afraid to dream, not be afraid to go out there and face the world. And I think that through every challenge that I have ever been in, I've always maneuvered on how I'm gonna strive and use the negativity and make something positive out of my life. That has always been my strong point. And I thank God for that. Because every bad situation that I've ever been in, I have always made sure that I'll make lemons. I'll make lemonade out of lemon. Do I have a resentment of how I grew up? Oh, definitely I do. Do I like the city where I grew up in? It's not a city, it's a small town. I love it there. I love my people. I love the people that love me. I love the people that love me back. You will walk that journey with me when I go there, I'm sure. There's lots of interesting things that you will you will see, and there's lots of reveal that will be happening. Definitely. Why are you doing this? Ask me why. I feel this is like it's needed. I think that this is very much needed. If you ask me what happened to the girlfriend story of my father, I will tell you. I'll even tell you how it stopped. Remember, I said to you that I used to get the hardest beating from her. Oh, she was so comfortable with beating me. I was so tired of her. There was this one day she tried to beat me up, and my father was sitting on that couch. No, ma'am, because that was the norm. I got so fed up and tired of her. I took that cup and I put it in her head. She was the one who was crying, and my father got up. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He got up. Definitely, he got up because now the girlfriend was crying. I was no longer the one that was crying. The girlfriend was crying now. Hey, I was still a small child at that time. I didn't even know what I was doing, but I got so fed up and tired. He got up and got upset. He didn't see that coming. He didn't see that coming, that I would be the one that would be the girlfriend. I think people who know me will know where I'm going with this story because I'm very transparent about my life. I don't hide anything about my life. I don't feel like hiding anything does anything for me. This is a release for me. Oh, the girlfriend got wow. And the tables were turning now. And everyone was so shocked. Oh my God. How could you do this? This child. I don't know why I have a smirk on my smile right now because I'm like thinking and going back to the story. And I do know that there are some of the other kids that are living this life out there. And it's a sad life. I don't know why women do that to other kids. If your child is not your child, you do not have a right to treat that child any kind of way. I don't know why women are so insecure. Really, women are really so insecure when it comes to stepchildren. Apparently, I look like my mom. Okay, I didn't know that part because I was so young. That's what I heard. No, you look like your mom. You resemble your mom. That's why she has a thing for you. Because you look like your mom. Is that a crime? I don't know. But that's how that cycle stopped. At that point, I think I break that cycle because I can see she was very comfortable. She was so comfortable because how can you take a cup and beat a child in the head with a cup? She was so comfortable with the abuse that he's putting her through. I took that cup and I put it right back at him. What happened thereafter? Oh, she made plans to get married with my dad. All the plans were flourishing. Every ring was bought. The ring. Hmm. Okay, now we knew that we were in trouble because, damn, if she's inside the house and is married to my dad, we are in trouble. We are doomed. There will be no one to protect us because there was no one who was protecting us at that time because we were kids. Guys, stories I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna leave some of this information out for you guys because I want to be able to write these stories and tell them. So, what happened to the marriage? Oh, the wedding never happened. As per usual, she got drunk. Remember, I mentioned that alcohol was a big thing in our house. She got drunk and embarrassed herself in front of her family. Everyone knows the story about that. Oh, she got so drunk and she got the beating of her life because she was the one now who was a drama queen. And that's how my father was able to break away from her. If you ask me, there's another one. Of course, there was another one. Wow, another one's with this one, another one, and that one also was coming after me. The need for me to protect myself has always been a highly major thing. As much as I'm such a quiet person, I always feel the need to protect myself. And it's so sad because I think that I'm very protective of my kids, I'm very protective of my family, I'm very protective on anything that concerns my loved one. How I grew up so tough. Did I deserve that? Definitely I didn't. Have I made peace with it? Definitely I have. Please do not mind the noise. People are enjoying themselves. People are enjoying themselves and they have to enjoy themselves. I wish there was no noise so you can hear the story very well. There is another one. Yes, there was another one. And another one. And another one. And another one. Wow. Okay, I'm breaking up the walls of my life that I feel like that are impacting me on my journey. This could be some child's life. Could be some child's life that they are living out there and they're living the exact same life that I'm living. I hope this is one of the stories that someone can always go back to and find comfort. To know that, some of us have lived this life. Thank you for watching. Do like, comment, and subscribe, and do follow me. I'll tell you another one.